This campaign is calling on the government to create and implement new legislation that will guarantee disability rights in the country.
So today we gathered here at Jameson Hotel to analyze the Persons with Disabilities Bill that was gazetted on the 9th of February 2024. We wanted to create a platform for persons with disabilities and others who are very passionate about disability, inclusive development, to also make their input into the bill that we have at hand. So, and this affords persons with disabilities an opportunity to participate in policy and lawmaking processes, which is very key, to the meaningful participation and inclusion of persons with disabilities. So we are quite happy to have had this time. And we also want to acknowledge government's efforts to date for us to get to this milestone where we are now discussing the Persons with Disabilities Bill, which has been long in the pipeline. So we are very happy and don't take this opportunity lightly. We are hoping that this will afford the disability constituents the opportunity to unpack the bill, after which we will come up with a position paper or a policy brief for presentation to our duty bearers in Parliament, because we feel that persons with disabilities have got a right to participate in the shaping of this law, which seeks to domesticate the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. So yeah, we are very happy. We hope this group that is here is representative of others who may not be here. In other words, we are the microcosm of the macrocosm. We represent a wider constituency, but we still want to take it further and ensure that once Parliament undertakes the public consultations, our structures in the provinces, in the districts, will also participate. Persons with disabilities who are out there are also going to participate. So we will make it a point to try and simplify the bill, try to get it to be translated to different languages that people can, work with, that people are comfortable with, so that they also can have an opportunity to analyze the bill. It should not be an activity or a concern for those who are in urban areas. Even those who are in rural areas should participate. So we'll activate our structures across the breadth and length of the country and make sure that they participate in the public consultations once Parliament embarks on such. So yeah, we feel that that is a very important way of making sure that persons with disabilities also participate in issues and matters that affect them.
There are estimated to be more than 1.4 million people with disabilities in Zimbabwe. Due to outdated laws, inaccessible environments, and discriminatory attitudes, many have limited access to basic human rights such as work, healthcare, or education.
But today, I came here as the ambassador for disability at African Union Disability Council, Zimbabwe chapter, representing the Zimbabwe chapter, and we are looking at the bill that has been given persons with disabilities the opportunity to say what they want, to draft their Bible, which would guide them in implementing disability issues and ensure that persons with disabilities are included in decision-making processes and policy-making.
Through the Equal Zimbabwe initiative, stakeholders in the campaign for national disability rights are fighting to ensure people with disabilities are included in society.
My name is Senzeni Mutevedzi. I'm the director of Disability Network Goromonzi, an organization which works with and for persons with disabilities in a rural area. With most of our emphasis is on women and girls with disabilities in rural areas, and we urge to empower persons with disability to live independent life and to be included in development issues. So here we are with Site Servers, where we are doing the program of Equal Zimbabwe. So what we are doing here, we are trying to come up with a consolidation issues on the National Disability Bill, where we are happy that it has been gazetted, and we look forward to the enactment of the Disability Bill into the law, which will bring about independence to disability issues. So inside there we have disability organizations, we have UN partners who are trying to come up with a consolidation document to look at the bill so far, what we feel needs to be added, what we feel needs to be subtracted, so that we can have a document that will bring about independence to persons with disabilities. So we are happy because I think it speaks more to the issues that we address as an organization, Disability Network, which works with persons with disabilities in rural areas, where people are even having challenges in understanding this bill. Sometimes you find vanhu vachitofara. Last week ndakatonzwa vanhu vachitofara kuti bill ragazetwa. They didn't know kuti kugazetwa kwacho kuita sei, and people thought kuti kugazetwa ikoko zvatopera yatolo and everything is fine. So these consolidation statements that we are having here, even ma consultations achaitwa, tinenge tichida kuti vanhu vange vachiziva kuti ma stages anotorwa ne bill iri kuti ange ave law, kuti tizosvika pakufara chichinenge chaitika, and tinogona kukanganisa basa redu papi. So we are really happy about these efforts that we are doing here, and also trukuda kunyanyo kuona kuti document redu iri, bill redu riri kuita speak to other instruments, other chapters that we have. Tine United Nations, UNRCPD, Tine ADP, the African Disability Protocol, Constitution yedu ya Zimbabwe, zvinhu zvese izvozvo zviri kubatana here, pane pazviri kuno speak together here, pazviri kunosangana, because we can come up with a bill that is going one direction, constitution yedu ichita one direction, or international chapters edu achienda the opposite direction. So we want to come up with a document in order to speak to other laws. Isingazoita kuti tigare futi pasi just after the bill has been enacted, toti chinhu chichashande zvakanaka, dai chagadzirwa pakati, dai chagadzirwa pakati. So zvakakosha kuti tisangane sekusangana kwataita, tichivavarira kuti sevanhu vakaremara input yedu yakanyanya kukosha kuchigadzirwa document redu iri rigova chinhu chedu chatagadzira. At the same note, tiri kuti zvoni even the non-disabled should be engaged mainly in the preparation of this document. Nekuti tiri kutaura isusu kuti richaenda kuparliament. Parliamentarians, they play a very big role in making sure that these steps are speeded. So tiri kuti isusu even the non-disabled community should understand the contents of the bill, because it will affect the community.
The key demand of Equal Zimbabwe is for the outdated Disabled Persons Act of 1992 to be repealed and for a new Persons with Disabilities Act to be adopted. This new act would bring the country's laws in line with the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, to which the country signed in 2013, and with the nation's more recently adopted disability policy of 2021.
My name is Joyce Matara. I work for the National Association of Societies for the Care of the Handicapped, NASCO in short. I work as the Acting Executive Director, and we are here with Fort Base with support from Site Savers, as we are looking at the Persons with Disabilities Bill, which was recently gazetted, trying to get opinions from various persons with disabilities coming from all parts of the country. The workshop is represented widely. These include all types, most types of disabilities, including those with invisible disability and those who are usually excluded. So what we are here for is to come up with a common position whereby we are going to look at the gaps that we feel should be addressed before the bill is passed into law. What we are also looking forward to is to ensure that the voice of persons with disabilities is amplified and they will be able to own the law or the act and say it's us who came up with this act, and they can relate to it and they would know what is contained in it, and they would feel that they were part of the whole process. So what we would like to see happening is these member organizations that are represented here. We have member organizations from NASCO. We also have member organizations from FODPES. So we are looking forward to a situation whereby these members are going back to their constituencies and also engage their members so that they can also be part of the process and their views can be heard. So we want a situation whereby even a person with disabilities who is in the remotest part of the country is able to give their views. That's why we are here. So you find that we are also trying to engage our constituencies through various means, including the use of media and also the use of social media, our Twitter handles, our websites, our Facebook pages, so that all people, even those without disabilities who have got an interest in disability issues, can also be part of the campaign.
Though many disability activists believe the policy is a relevant and useful document, it is just a plan and cannot be enforced. The new Persons with Disabilities Act would be legally enforceable. The current Disabled Persons Act was created before the UNCRPD and so does not reflect the modern-day understanding of disability rights. The work of Sight Savers in Zimbabwe is working with the government and partners instrumental in realizing this dream.